Well, I graduated from Sheraton High School in 1983, from Iowa State in 1988, and I've held various business jobs over the years. But I moved back 25 years ago to take over the greenhouse for my family. My folks ran it for 25 years, and now I've run it for 25 years. My business is a garden center. We grow all of our own vegetable plants from seed, and we grow a lot of our bedding plants from seed too, or from startings or cultivars. It's challenging at times to run a business in a small community. It's hard to get people to come out on my off season, so here in the last couple years I've decided to be more seasonal and close down during my really slow times, just because I just didn't have enough customers coming in, during that time of the year. But we're very blessed in that we have a really large customer base. From like an hour and a half away, I have customers come from that far of a radius around us to get their bedding and vegetable plants from us. I'd say the main draw here, other than us being a family-owned business, is that we grow such a wide variety of plants. Like, I have over 60 varieties of tomatoes and over 60 varieties of peppers. And I grow them so that they're going to do well for my customers when they get them home. I'm not just growing the plants and then giving them to somebody else to sell, or just buying them in from somebody else who's grown them. I take a lot of pride and care in my plants so that when people come in, I've hardened them off good. I've grown them slow, I've cooled them down, I've given them lots of space, lots of air. And so when our customers take our plants home, they do really good for them, because they've been in an environment where they've been taken care of, and being prepared to be put outside. My mom still comes out and plants a little. My husband helps on the weekends. And my daughter, my youngest daughter, she still comes out and helps me with some of the planting. And my grandson. Well, running a garden center is challenging, but you're dealing with the weather a lot. Wind is a big issue. Temperatures are a big issue. Couldn't get into some of the back greenhouses in the time that I needed to start doing work this year because of the cold temperatures. Furnaces couldn't keep up. When there's a windstorm, you do a lot of praying. Yeah, I mean, and it's a lot of hard work, physical work. And as I get older, that becomes more challenging for me. Getting up in the gutters and pulling poly on buildings and getting down under tables and pulling weeds. When you get to be your mid-50s, that's a lot harder for you than it was when you were in your 30s.
So what's the biggest accomplishment, if not?
It was, probably people might like to know how my folks started the place. They started it by growing fruits and vegetables for a lot of the local stores, and then they started doing it for people, and it just transgressed into something where they ended up growing more and more for other people, and we started a little retail greenhouse, and then they set up tents at all the Hy-Vees, and then they eventually became just retail. But doing that, and then bringing my sister and I worked really hard out here helping them from the time we were little. And then when we moved back with my family, my girls both helped. My children are 28 and 26 now, so